for this, Shiver? Here we go. So I was asked about sore hands. My hands never get sore when I milk. I'm not sure why. I think it's because I make a conscious effort to always keep my shoulders relaxed. It's my forearms that get sore when I first start milking every season. My hands don't. But I don't have to squeeze hard. I don't know, it's no harder than what I would hold my granddaughter's hands. Kerry's an incredibly easy cow to milk. She's got fabulous letdown for me, and she's got great flow, and she doesn't have tight orifices. She has firm but not hard to milk teats. Brookie's got firm teats, but they're really hard to milk. She's a tough milk, but Kerry's not. Kerry's an easy milk. So I keep my elbows and on my left arm. 2/3 of my forearm is on my lap. I was taught to milk this way, from the cow's right side, with the bucket between my knees, and my left knee on the inside of the cow's hock, my head in the flank. That way I can kind of control that leg if she decides she wants to kick. I can feel it coming with my forehead. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't get sore hands. And I think it's because all my action comes out of my forearm. Really, the strength comes from my forearms. And I really don't squeeze the cow's teeth. I don't have to force it out. Little short-teated cows do give me sore hands. That's why my short-teated cows become nurse cows, so that I don't have to fight with it and get sore hands. Kerry is an absolute pleasure to milk, but she's kind of my cow. She's allowed my granddaughter to milk, but she doesn't really care for anybody else to milk her but me. I don't know. I've been her calf. We've had a long relationship, she and I. Almost lost her once. She was a 3-year-old, and she disappeared on the winter pasture, and we looked for 3 days over 320 acres of bush pasture trying to find her, and she showed up on the 4th day where we were feeding, but she was down and wouldn't get up, so we loaded her up, hubby and I, by hand into the back of the stock trailer. The weather was 45 below. Took her home, and every 4 hours for 8 days and nights, I went out and I rolled her side to side and hand fed her and massaged her and kept her under heat lamps and blankets, and went out for the morning of the 9th, and there she was standing up in the trailer all on her own. 6 weeks later, she calved in on time. Made the mistake of selling her, and was very blessed to have the opportunity to buy her back a year later. And she's one of those cows that's just, she'll never go. I enjoy milking her, although when she calves, she's a bit of a pain because she will not let down for anybody but her calf. You can't get within 20 feet of her. She shuts down. There's no amount of drugs, no amount of tricks, or a combination of tricks and drugs to get her to let down. So I always pull the calf. And within 3 days, I got full letdown from her. I'm not feeding her this year. When she came back to me, she had subclinical ketosis. So I really pushed the carbohydrate type feeds at her and got her through it. And she produced so much milk. She was 9 gallons a day. She's just 3 weeks fresh today, and we're at just a tiny bit over 2 gallons of milking, a little over 4 gallons a day, close to 4.5. Most of her milk is going to feed Glee. Dory is just calved, so in a week's time I'll put Glee on Dory and she can share with Dory's heifer, who is an absolute solid. Looks like a long-legged girl, which is nice because Dory is a chondro. And I'm rambling on. I love that sound. The sound of the milk in the bucket, the smell of the milk, the smell of my cow, the quiet of the barn. Listening to her ruminate, burp up cud. She's only a 2-titter. When I got her, 45-day fresh 2-year-old off the dairy, her left rear teat was absolutely blind, full of scar tissue. She'd been most likely sucked as a heifer. And her right rear, the quarter itself was quite scarred, but the teat worked. However, she maybe would produce a half a cup of milking, so I don't even bother to milk it. I just leave it alone, leave the teat plug in, leave it sealed. I just milk the front 2 teats. She's 7, so because she has been mostly 3/4 her entire lactation life, the front left quarter has changed. The floor has changed. It's become a larger capacity quarter, and it gets a little difficult to get it milked out entirely just because of the anatomical changes of it. So I end up about 2/3 of the way into milking her. I have to start stripping that left teat to really get her milked out. And then once I get the right one down, I'll just pick up the left quarter and kind of, I don't know, use gravity, I guess, funnel the rest of the milk forward to the teat, and then I can milk her out without stripping. I'll come under and lift the very back of it. And I'm having to do that now more and more with each lactation with this right front. Because it too is changing. She always does that shiver when I reach for her right front teat. I don't know why. I reach for it no differently than I reach for the left, but she's always got a shiver. See, she's gonna move, and I just use my forehead just a bit, just to kind of push her over. I don't know why she does it. She doesn't like to stand incredibly still. She's not a kicker though, so, well, I shouldn't say that. She'll flail her left foot out in objection to something, rhythm or pressure or something. And yes, I milk into a kitty litter bucket. Hard to find good buckets in this area with handles and lids. because I have to transport the milk home. I go home 17 kilometers with milk in the back seat of the truck. And well, half of it is gravel. See, I've got my left wrist pushing up the back side of the right quarter, forcing the milk forward toward the teat. I don't know if it really works, but whatever. It works for us, doesn't it? There's nothing so placid, so relaxing as a calm and content cow. Right, Kerry? Kerry has only had one heifer calf. And that heifer calf's daddy was Red Angus. Rosie. She's a solid red brindle heifer who is going to spend her summer here with Toro and Kerry, and hopefully I can milk Rosie next spring. So when I strip, I'm not gripping hard. I'm just letting my fingers slide from top to bottom, creating a bit of a stretch to the teat, but I don't grip so hard as my fingers won't slip off the end of the teat. And I'll switch back to squeezing. We're done. So concludes milking Kerry.